Hey guys, it's Autumn here, and today we are playing with Crazy Art colored pencils, but these are swirled colored pencils? I don't know, they're weird. I found them at Five Below and decided that they would be an interesting challenge to take on. I know that a couple mystery boxes have had pencils of this variety, but I wanted to use just the ones that I had and only a liner as well to create something. They were weird. Crazy Art in general just has weird stuff, and it's not the highest quality. Like, the plastic wrapping around the pencils felt like they were falling off at times, and the wax was all weird and, wouldn't put down flat color in certain spots, but it's whatever. It worked out as it worked out. So here I'm doing swatches. I sped this up because I spent about a half an hour just playing with them, getting used to them and the way that they work. So it's not like super fast, so you can kind of see all of the different swatches that I'm doing and the ways that I'm doing them, but I sped it up from the half an hour that it took to do that. I marked down what colors are within each of the pencils as well. So there's blue, yellow, and purple for the first one. Then there's purple and pink for the second. I think there was supposed to be another color in there, but I couldn't see it. There was yellow, orange, and red. And then there was purple, green, and blue for the other one. The one above the red and yellow. I skipped that one for some reason. But I was trying to see how to get the different color variations, like how to get different I'm trying to think of the word. Different gradients with the pencils. So I tested quite a bit and I played around, so I swatched them and then I tried to get their different gradients to show themselves. And they weren't all pretty. Some of them were kind of like, ooh, why did you put this color combination together? Kind of like the purple and the yellow. I kind of was wondering why you would ever do such a thing, because it doesn't look very nice. And, the purple and the pink came out pretty. I like the blue and the purple. And the red, yellow, orange combination was really nice. But the blue, yellow, purple is questionable. So here I go back into normal time and I'm sketching. I'm trying out a different way of editing this video. So me working through different parts of it. If there's a different way you'd like to see me do this, let me know. I'm trying to make it a little smoother, transitional wise, to get more of my process in and not just let it speed quite by. So that's what my plan was with this one. So I'm just sketching. This is my warm-up sketch and my kind of ideas and thought process on how I wanted to go about this piece. So I just sketched this out. I gave her kind of flowy hair, just basic drawing. I was listening to Pub Draw, actually, which is a Critical Role drawing show that they have, and trying to think the way that I draw while listening to Babs Tarr give Marisha different things that she could fix was probably the most difficult thing I've ever done, because whenever I draw and watch them, I always draw from the beginning at the same time. But on this one, they were like halfway through the head already and working on different parts of it. And I was working on hair and all the other things that I was doing for this sketch, and I was like, I was so confused. I like how the sketch turned out. I almost think I like it better than the final. And I don't know if it's because I left it rough and sketchy, or if it's because I was just a little more loose with this one as opposed to the final one. But I just really enjoyed the way this one came out. If I could go back and do it again, I probably would have just stayed in the same position and redrew this one a bit bigger. But because of the way that I was going about it when I was drawing, I was more like, nah, you know what, we're gonna do it this way, so I can do that. My original idea was to also draw on its own piece of paper, but I don't really have paper that's suitable for colored pencils. I kind of just use my sketchbook when I want to use colored pencils because it's safer and it works better. The only paper that I could have possibly considered using is garbage paper, which is the Winsor Newton paper that I have. And I've done a video on that if you want to hear me rant about it, but that's the only other paper I have that's decent for color pencil. So I just stuck to the sketchbook for this. And I don't finish my coloring, I just test some things out, see what kind of color comps I can get for this. And then I outline this to see what the colors would look like. And then I move on to my final. I'm kind of sad I didn't keep the vine idea in the end. I think I just got tired and didn't continue with it, which makes me sad, because I think that would have turned out looking a lot better than it did with the other effects that I went with. So, you live and you learn when it comes to art. So, I mean, I like the way that the final came out, but again, I really like the way that this sketch came out. And just the design and everything, I think it looks better. I feel like the face came out really nice too. But moving on from our sketch and into our final piece here in a moment, I go ahead and I sketch out and lined the final version of this piece off camera. And their anatomy is killing me looking back at this. I wish I'd taken more time to draw it instead of being like, yeah, no, it's fine, it looks perfect, and just leaving some of the mistakes. Her hand holding the flower is terrible. Her elbow's out in space. Like, ugh, that arm, it makes me so mad. Her face, her shoulders, everything like that, her other arm, the dress, like all that stuff I like. It's just the one hand that ruins the entire piece for me. It's like it can't decide what it wants to do with itself, and it makes me sad. Which is, I think, part of the reason I like my sketch better is it didn't have hands, so I guess that just is residual from my figure drawing class right now, where all we've been doing is drawing hands, and it makes me sad. But I like the way this came out, I guess. I think the colors turned out really nice. I stuck to a similar color comp as I did on the sketch, with just a couple differentiations, such as I used the darker colors on the pencils for shading. I went in with some actual shading with the purple and the blue, and then I used some of the pinky colors for blushing on the cheeks, the nose, the chin, her fingers, her elbows, and her shoulders, which are normal places you would put blush. So that's about it. These pencils were a fun challenge. My wrist hurt so bad after using them because they were so big and chunky, but I think it was definitely worth the $2 that I paid for these pencils. So I'm gonna cut this here and let you just enjoy the end of this video. I am tired. My wrist hurts from watching this again and from using those pencils. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone!
Hey guys, if you like this video, be sure to check out another one over there, and if you want to see the full playlist for this series, check out over here. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.